ayahuasca chemist at number 1. Someone try to stop me.
You can't go and put your team top 3 every fucking time you win a game.
Number 1, your number 1 power-ranked motherfucking team, and this motherfucking game is Gary the Chemist. We fucking coming. We coming. Cooper motherfucking Cup, baby. He's back.
What the hawk is cooking?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Your Commissioner Gary the Chemist, manager of the Ayahuasca Chemist, the greatest around, coming in on a Sunday morning. I know we got London game this morning, so we're gonna try to get that in there. You know, in honor of a London Sunday morning early game. I got my cup of joe right here. You know, I'm just gonna, and then I got my little kimono going on right now. So we're gonna talk football, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know what it is. Let's go ahead. Week previews.
Week previews.
All right, and there you go, right off the top. Right there, Gary the Chemist going up against the great Gatsby. The mighty Wombats taking on the Cincinnati Lights. Bye week taking on Dirty Burt. FTheMedia taking on the KneeCapCollector, John Anderson. And RageQuitSeason going up against GoPackGo. That's Gideon. And then we got the TribeCalledQuestionable taking on CopOffMyHock. All right, let's just get to it. You guys, you're all busy out here. And I just wanted to kind of throw that up there right there. 6-6. We went 3-3 week 1, 3-3 week 2. Just to kind of recap what we got right, what we got wrong. Last week, Gary +2. We also got the Gatsby right. He was 2-point favorites, squeaking by. It was 110 to 112, but it was 112.22 and 110.14. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a cashed bet. GoPackGo. That was a pick'em game. We took GoPackGo. The games we got wrong was our lock of the week. CopOffMyHock +5, Gideon +10, and the Cincinnati Lights -2. So let's just go ahead and get to the first game on the docket. As always, we start off with your commissioner taking on the great Gatsby. There's been a lot said between these two teams, okay? In the past, I've kind of dogged on them. You know, I kept them low in my power rankings. But that said, Gary the Chemist, we're coming in today. We're getting Trey McBride back this week, but a lot of guys down. Khalil Shakir, Jalen. You know what? I'm not special in this. I got my bye weeks. I got my problems. Everyone else does too. That said, Gary the Chemist, my X factor this week I wanted to kind of mention was Wan'Dale Robinson. No Singletary, no Neighbors. What's he going to do? We're going to plug and play Trey Sermon today with Jonathan Taylor going out. But, you know, it's a hurt squad, but the league is hurt all around. And then on the other side of things, Joe Flacco led the great Gatsby, as well as, you know, when I kind of originally did this, they had him at like 0 points projected. So I actually gave him 16 projected points, which is like way over their projected of 12. That said, I put myself as a 7-point favorite here. Maybe that was being a little you know, confident in myself. That said, X factor for him. Of course, I love, you guys know how I feel about Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'm expecting a big season out of my guy. But let's talk about Amari Cooper. Okay, Amari Cooper going up against that Washington defense. He should feast. I expect him to top that 12 points projected. He's going to be my X factor for the great Gatsby, but you know what it is. I'm going to go ahead and take myself -7 and give it to me. All right, next. There you go. The Cincinnati Lights going up against the mighty Wombats. We're going to, you know what? This is going to be a pick'em game. Okay. So, pick'em. Let's go top down. So, Bijan, you should be concerned. Tyler Alzier's getting a lot of touches. A lot of touches. Bijan, 67% of the snaps. He's still getting more carries. But at the end of the day, you know, Algier, he's on the come up there. So, you know, maybe you should be a little concerned. Oh, got to start the timer there. So, going down the Cincinnati Lights' team, let's talk about T. Higgins. That's going to be my X factor for the Cincinnati Lights. So, T. Higgins, he's been the first read more than Jamar Chase has these last couple of weeks since he's been back. He's gotten 9 targets to Jamar Chase's 5 targets last week. And I expect actually for him to kind of try to take advantage of this Baltimore second. It's not the same Baltimore secondary we knew in the past. They did do a very good job against the Bills there. But I actually expect a pretty good game out of T. Higgins. So that's going to be my X factor for him. And then on the other side, the mighty Wombats got a couple of little pieces plugged in here that I think could produce. Jordan Addison, as long as uh, Sauce Gardner, the Detroit boy. Sauce Gardner, if he tries to stay on JJ more often, I know he doesn't shadow too much, but I know he wants to go after him. And then we got Kelsey following the Rashi Rice injury, Curtis Samuel with Khalil Shakir out, Dontavius Wicks with Romeo Dobbs acting like a little bitch. A lot of nice pieces on that side. So because of that, I'm going with. I should be adding my. Where's the check mark? There it is. The mighty Wombats. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is lock of the week. There you go. Bright and early in the morning, we got the mighty Wombats in a pick'em against the number 1 power ranked team, the Cincinnati Lights. And you know what? We're gonna go with number 12 here, the mighty Wombats. So lock it up, mighty Wombats. Lock of the week. Next. We got Dirty Burt. I'm putting him down as a 6-point favorite going up against Mr. Bye Week. You know, last week I have this tendency to shit on somebody and they tend to go off. It's a magic skill of mine. Very impressive stuff. They call me the fantasy football prophet for a reason. Okay, so that said, Kyle Pitts, 15.8 points. That's his biggest game of the season by far. I think it's the biggest game since like the middle of last year for him. So a very, very nice effort out of him. I don't think you can get that again. That said, Kamara, you know, he's been getting touches. He's been a dog for him. So with that said, the Dirty Burt. I think Geno's going to go off today, to be honest. I think that Giants defense is ripe for the picking. They got a couple of nice defensive line pieces, but that secondary is going to get exploited. But my X factor of today, Jerry Jeudy going up against that Washington defense. This is actually one of the most advantageous matchups of the weekend, according to PFF. So I'm actually expecting him to overcome his 9.96 projection, and that's going to put the Dirty Burt in a nice little spot. He's a 6-point favorite today. On the other side, Mr. Bye Week. Man, this man is Mr. Hurt. Okay, there's a reason they call him Mr. Bye Week. It's because most of his guys can't show up to play. J.K. Dobbins, bye. Devin Singletary, injured. Zamir White, trash, and he's hurt. Christian Watson, he's already hurt again. Mark Andrews, trash. I mean, he's hurting. Coming off a strong showing from Mike Evans, 23 points, and still a dog heading into this week. I don't expect Tracy to actually play well, to be honest. So, it is what it is. And I'm going to give him his X Factor of the day. Where was it? Who was I going to end up saying? I'm expecting a big game out of Tyler Lockett. Okay, because I'm expecting a big game out of Geno. So there we go. That's his X Factor today. Tank Dell, they're going to try to give Diggs the ball today. They really are. That said, who am I going to take today? In a 6-point favorite, give me the Dirty Burt. Okay. Alrighty. Next. FTheMedia, and formerly known as Slide Red, going up against the KneeCapCollector, John Anderson. Okay, so again, like I was telling y'all, I'm the fantasy football prophet. So when I shat on DeAndre Swift, he went off. That said, I don't expect that stuff to happen continuously, but this is a nice matchup for him going up against that Carolina Panthers. So going down his list, Tyreek Hill. What are we going to see out of Tyreek? Is he going to do anything? I doubt it. Going up against New England, that's a good secondary. Christian Gonzalez. But whew, man, he's coming out. Drake London came out to play. And then Koo pulling up 15 points, putting himself in a nice spot heading into this weekend. So the KneeCapCollector, 18-point favorites. Okay. His X Factor, what do I got written here? Nope, Jaden Reed's on the other side. I don't think I wrote down one. He's starting Kareem Hunt. Okay, I think the X Factor is going to be Tyreek Hill. What are we going to see? Are we going to see the Tyreek Hill that we've always seen? Or are we going to see someone who's playing like trash? I mean, he's got nobody. On the other side, FTheMedia, I don't know why he started Dak over Baker, to be honest. Baker's been the best quarterback in fantasy football. I don't know why you started Dak Prescott over Baker Mayfield. Dak going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and you got Baker going up against Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's a good defense, but Thursday night Baker, I would have went with Baker. That said, it's remains to be seen. Right now, I put him at 18-point favorites because I'm assuming he's going to put a defense in. I put him at 6 points projected, but I don't know. He might not do it. I think he might be cashing it in. My X factor for him is Jaden Reed. No Romeo Dobbs. Jaden Reed's been absolutely balling with Jordan Love in the lineup. But 18-point favorites, I'm still giving it to the KneeCapCollector. Okay, KneeCapCollector, 18-point favorites. Give it to me. And that's 18 considering getting 6 from a defense. If he doesn't put a defense in, then it's just 12. Okay. Oh, no. 18 points without a defense, 12 with a defense. So there you go. You heard it here. Next. All right. I was taking a look at what I got here because I didn't write it down well. But there you go. RageQuitSeason, formerly known as Cheating Always Works. Mr. Gideon going up against top 3 in our power rankings. Mr. GoPackGo. GoPackGo. There you go. So let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Gideon's team. Man, when I was talking about Mr. Byweek being hurt, this is the real injured team right here. Okay. Gideon, man, look at who he's starting, bro. I can barely pronounce some of these names. Okay, Cam Akers, I don't think he's gonna. I think they're gonna use other guys there too. So I don't know how productive he's gonna be for. I mean, you're starting both Houston running backs. Oh my God, I barely even noticed that. He's starting both Houston running backs. He's starting 2 tight ends. Stephon Diggs, there's his X factor. He's gonna play well today. Okay, but is it gonna be enough to overcome a 20-point favorite, 20-point hole? That tells me no. Okay. So, that said, benched Mahomes for Purdy. I just wouldn't ever bench Mahomes, even though, like, it's probably a good decision. On the other side of things, Jordan Love's been balling out. I was expecting GoPackGo to put in Javonte Williams, and he has, so that's where the 20 points came from. And then I think his X factor today is what is he going to end up getting out of Xavier Worthy? No Rashi Rice. It's Monday Night Football. I feel like they're going to find a way to use him. He might end up going off. But there's a lot of nice little pieces here. He's got Jacoby Myers status post Devontae Adams injury, but Patrick Surtain's a thing. That said, I don't think Surtain's going to end up falling into the slot where Myers does his bidding. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This game's a 20-point just favorite for GoPackGo, and I'm giving it to him. Gideon looks like he's in shambles. I feel for him. I really do. I really do. That's why he's rage quitting. Next. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, CopOffMyHock. He is a 9-point dog going up against the TribeCalledQuestionable. So a lot of middling performances across the board for him coming out Thursday night. 9.6 out of Rashad White, got most of his points off of 1 carry. And then Chris Godwin, 5 catches, 64 yards. You know, probably his worst game of the season, but still a lot to look forward to for him. I forgot to start the timer there. Bucky Irvin, you know, he got a couple of goal line touches, but then he ended up fumbling. It's going to hurt him. Either way, I don't really get, you know, I think they're going to split a lot of work in that backfield. Not too much to get excited about. Okay, so that said, CopOffMyHock, what are we looking at? Sam Darnold going up against the Jets, a strong secondary. But when you go down his team here, ETN going up against Indianapolis, that's another good defense, strong rush defense. And he's got Terry McLaurin. Then there you go. There's my X factor for him. Michael Pittman. With Flacco in the lineup, ladies and gentlemen, the Indianapolis Colts wide receivers, they got hope. I expect Michael Pittman to have his best game of the season going up against that Jacksonville defense, and I expect him to exceed that 13.83 projected points. The tribe called questionable. Down and up here. So Jaden Daniels, James Cook, you know, you're going to get what you're going to get out of them. But Justin Jefferson going up against likely the Detroit man Sauce Gardner. And then Marvin Harrison going up against the San Francisco defense. He's got Kittle back in. But this is where I'm expecting a big game. K9, Kenneth Walker, Michigan State man himself. Just an absolute stud. I definitely expect him to exceed that 13.73 projected points, and I actually expect a really good game out of that Chicago defense. I wouldn't be surprised if they score a touchdown. That said, this one I kind of went back and forth on, but what I ended up going out with was Give me CopOffMyHock, 9-point dog. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm filming this right now, and I can see in the corner of my eyes, I think Sam Darnold got hurt, but I had written down CopOffMyHock +9. I'm going to stay with that, you know, because I'm not going to change just because I got a little bit of extra information. I accidentally hit the mute button there. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit the... Oh, whoops. There you go. I forgot to put that in there. Next.
Week Reviews.
So there you go, guys. Down and up. Gary the Chemist. 7-point favorite. Give it to me. Next, you got the Mighty Wombats and a Pick'em. That's my lock of the week. We got the Dirty Burt going up against bye week. 6-point favorites for Dirty Burt. Give it to me. FTheMedia going up against the KneeCapCollector. Give me the favorite here, KneeCapCollector. 12 points if FTheMedia ends up putting defense in. 18 without. I'll take both. Okay. Number 5 there, we got GoPackGo going up against RageQuitSeason. One of the biggest spreads of the week at 20 points. But you know what? Give me the favorite. Gideon, he's hurt. And then CopOffMyHock +9 going up against the back-to-back champion TribeCalledQuestionable, formerly known as Stat Corrections. There you go. So give me the CopOffMyHock. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Enjoy your London football. Okay, it's gonna be a great day. The Lions aren't playing today. It's all good. You know, we chilling. We needed this. Okay. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your day and go Lions.